So guys, this pyrocynical French girl situation has been brought back up by Keemstar in this supposed interview with this French girl that Pyrocynical was allegedly dating when she was only 14 and he was 18. This whole situation is pretty ridiculous already. Most of this stuff that's going down is basically with Ancient Reality. Most of it's not even to do with Pyrocynical. He was just kind of there. He was just kind of like vaguely connected to this because there's the allegations that he was dating a 14-year-old at 18 years old, which is obviously weird, but I'm not completely sure if it was illegal because from what we've been told, nothing explicitly illegal happened inside of the relationship. It is kind of weird though, don't get me wrong, but if you actually listened to the interview, you know that the more serious allegations here are against Ancient Reality. So on top of supposedly nothing bad or illegal happening in these conversations between Pyrocynical and this 14-year-old French girl, the relationship was allegedly broken off 2 weeks later after it started, mainly because of the narrative that was going around at the time that Pyrocynical was some kind of pedophile, and he didn't really want that going around, so he broke off this relationship, or at least this is just what the girl is telling us. I'm not really going to play like a bunch of audio clips, maybe even any of the audio clips from the interview. You can listen to the interview, I'm going to link it in my description, and you should probably listen to it if you want to be like well versed on this situation so far. But yeah, these allegations pretty much just circle back to Ancient Reality because after Pyrocynical broke off this relationship, Ancient Reality was somebody that was in Pyrocynical's friend group, I guess, and this girl, this 14-year-old French girl, was behind the scenes dating this 23-year-old man at the time, supposedly. Now on its own, the Pyrocynical allegations are kind of messed up because he's 18 dating a 14-year-old allegedly, which is obviously not something acceptable, and he broke it off 2 weeks after, but it was mostly just due to the backlash allegedly, so we technically can't even know Pyrocynical's actual intentions there. But now circling back to the Ancient Reality allegations, they are way more serious. You know, you got a 23-year-old man supposedly dating a 14-year-old and doing highly sexual things with them. At this point, this is all alleged, even towards Ancient Reality, but the girl did say that anything for views, tried to help her out with this situation, which is obviously a good thing. And according to this girl, she had some sort of investigation put onto this guy for this alleged sexual contact or sexual conversations that were going on. Something that does kind of make this worse though for Pyro is that according to this girl, Pyrocynical, Dull and Dark, and Anything for Views knew that there was a relationship going on between this 23-year-old man and this 14-year-old girl. However, she did post a tweet saying that Pyrocynical and Dull and Dark did not know about the abusive side of the relationship, but even if they didn't know, I think that's really creepy for a 23-year-old man to be dating a 14-year-old and having other people knowing about it and not saying anything. That's pretty irresponsible there. I honestly can't think of a situation where a 23-year-old man is dating a 14-year-old girl and it's just seen as okay. Like what? And this is only true, of course, if she means by what AR did to me, as in that they were in a relationship. But after all, she did say that they aren't to blame, which, I mean, I'm gonna believe her because, of course, she was the victim of this, supposedly, which, you know, you gotta believe what she's gonna say over what I'm just gonna like come up with and theorize in my head. Now I'm going to be getting into the gruesome details of what actually happened to this girl. So according to her, Ancient Reality was lying about his age, and she was also lying about her age in order to make people that found out about this relationship not so weirded out by this large age gap. They were making it seem like it wasn't such a big deal. And to do that, of course, they had to lie about their ages and make it seem like the age gap was closer than it really was. The next thing I'm going to be going over is the fact that this girl, which was 14 at the time, is now saying that she was statutory raped by Ancient Reality. And the thing that really gets me here is that she confirms that Pyrocynical and Dull and Dark actually knew about this age gap and they didn't try to stop the relationship. Here's an excerpt from the interview itself.
My problem with what happened to you is that there were key people that knew that this happened and they could have stopped it. You know, you have, you know, all these different YouTubers, especially Pyro. Pyro had firsthand knowledge. If he would have came out and said, look, I know this girl's age, this relationship is going on, he could have put a stop to it like I put a stop to you and Pyro's relationship before it got to a point of statutory rape. Is that a true statement?
Yeah.
They did not know what was going on behind the scenes, like, you know, the R that was happening, but they still knew that a 14-year-old and a 23-year-old were dating, and they weren't stopping it. So I think that's kind of fucked up on its own. Obviously, they didn't know the extent of what was happening, and that's completely understandable. So I'm honestly probably just gonna wait for them to have more information on this topic, like Pyrocynical and Dolan Dark responding to this, before I actually make any more statements about this. Once again, this is all alleged at this point, or almost all of it anyways, and that's just about all the concrete information we have from this girl as of now. We don't really have much else. We have a response on Reddit from Dolan Dark talking about how he was not aware of the sexual part of their relationship that was going on behind the scenes. Here is a screenshot of that, and also there's a screenshot that I'm going to show of the girl actually responding to him, Dolan Dark, responding to these allegations. Here's that one too. This screenshot even provides more context into how fucked up this relationship was, with AR or Ancient Reality actually threatening self-harm upon himself if she even spoke out about anything, or if she just talked to other people. So to prevent that, he made it so she wasn't allowed to talk to anyone, basically, and how it was basically just her and him. Anyways, for the millionth time, these are all allegations currently. We do not have any concrete evidence, but since Dolan Dark actually responded to it, confirming that there was some sort of relationship there, we know at least that part is likely true. Anyways, overall, I think this is probably one of the most fucked up situations to ever surface on YouTube. And honestly, now we can only await a response from all these people involved. Honestly, if Ancient Reality actually did this kind of thing and this is all real, then he's one of the biggest pieces of shit on the entire internet. And that's just how it is, man. He is. If this is all true, he is, because you can't really do much more worse in life than violating a minor when you're an adult. So that's another aspect of this that's quite disappointing, is that if he did this stuff, I mean, his content was pretty good. He was actually a pretty funny guy. It's pretty disappointing to see something like this happen. If he did all this, this just goes to show that you don't really know who anybody is unless you know them personally. But yeah, guys, that's it for that. I really hope that Pyrocynical explains himself on this, and that Anything for Views also elaborates on his involvement in this whole situation. Anyways, overall, this was a more serious video for my channel, and I don't really want to say I hope you enjoyed this video, because this video was, I mean, mainly just an informative video. Like, I don't really know how you can enjoy allegations like this, but yeah, I hope you guys found this video informative. If you did, you can consider subscribing to the channel so you can be kept up with stuff like this in the future. And yeah, thanks for watching this video. See you guys in the next video. Peace.